And I'm joined now by Matt Johnson, Director of the Institute of Technology. So welcome, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
My first question, very simple, hopefully you can answer it. What is the Institute of Technology?
Okay, so the Institute of Technology is all about providing opportunities for people in the areas of maritime, digital and engineering. And it's really about working on the South Coast to create the learning opportunities to fill the skills gap. It's very much driven by employers. So we want to work closely with employers so that we understand where the skills gaps are, and then we can create a curriculum that's going to help us to upskill the people in this area to fill those gaps. So the actual the institute itself is a partnership between organisations. So there's Solent University, which is the lead higher education, and then you've got Fareham College, who's the lead FE college. But we've got other colleges that we're working with as well. So with Brockenhurst, with Eastleigh, with Havant South Downs, and with the Isle of Wight College. And Portsmouth is another HE provider as well. So it's a collaboration between all of these colleges to try and fill the skills gap. We've been working closely with the LEP. We know roughly where the skills gaps are. We're now working with the employers to make sure that they're directing where we build our curriculum.
It's great to have that collaborative process, isn't it? And key, as you say. And I guess now is quite a pivotal point in that process, isn't it? With hearing about all the new announcements and what things are going to be looking like going forward.
Absolutely. I mean, we've just heard a load of presentations that were telling us about the vision, but actually making that happen requires people with the right skill sets. And collaboration is something that's going through a lot of what we've heard today. We've heard about different political parties collaborating. We've heard about different districts collaborating. And that's what needs to happen with the educational providers. We tend to, or have done in the past, work in silos and focus on what we do individually. But actually there's a real skill there in bringing that together. And I suppose as a director of the IoT, that's my job, is to break down some of those barriers, create the space to have dialogue, engage the employers, and raise the skill level and the social and economic prosperity of the area through better education opportunities.
So beneficial all round, and you've mentioned there about the organisations and the employers, but that means that the young people are also the other vital cog in this process, and this is something they should be incredibly excited about, isn't it? The idea of a new curriculum, a new pathway, a new future potentially.
Yeah, I think there's two key parts to this. I think yes, you've got the young people coming through a traditional education system, and we need to make sure that there's opportunities for all of them to go into these sectors. And I think we've got to break away from some of our traditional views of what education looks like to achieve this. We have to have different pathways, we have to have different entrant points, we have to have different exit points so that people can get on and get off of this academic journey at different points. So yeah, absolutely, we've got to work in collaboration to create that. But there is another part of this jigsaw, and that's the people already in employment. And we heard in the last presentation the need to not just develop new people into the industry, but to retrain and upskill people that are in the industry. So working with more adult learners and creating a delivery, a curriculum that works for employers. Employers can't afford to send their employees back to education 5 days a week. So we need an educational program that can enable us to upskill those employers already at work and give them the best opportunity to carry on learning.
Wow, so it is an all-encompassing approach then, as you say, not just young people, it's people that want to shake up their futures, change things, learn new skills, adapt and develop.
Yeah, absolutely, because the industries we're talking about, the digital, the marine, the engineering, they're changing so fast. And if we don't keep up with that, we're not going to be the forefront of change. And that's what we're hearing today. This is a stimulus to create change, and education has to change as well as the businesses. And I think working in collaboration is the way we're going to do that.
And just finally, you say, keeping up's important. So in terms of that, how easily will it be, do you imagine, for people to get on board with these new ideas, these new curriculums? Obviously we're looking further down the line, but will there be obvious signposts for people? Will it be talked about a lot? It will be something that will be well known in the region and beyond?
No, there's a lot of work to do on this. The IoT is at stage 2. We haven't actually got the full title yet. So in the next month or so we will have the full title. I can give you then what the actual name of the IoT will be.
Watch this space, everybody.
and so once we've got that set up, once we're actually established, we've got got a massive marketing campaign to do. We've got to work closely with employers. And I think you're right, we've got to listen to the student voice. Diversity is going to be one of the key performance indicators of this project. We need to diversify the people coming through the system. We're going to have a key focus on improving opportunities for women in maritime and also the BAME community, which is largely underrepresented in those three areas. So we've got to listen to the voices of the people we're working with, and we've got to help them to navigate round barriers and get into the education system and grab hold of these opportunities, because this is an opportunity for everyone if they want to take it.
That's absolutely fantastic to hear. Thank you. And I guess the takeaway message to everyone is watch this space.
Yeah, and come and talk to me. If you're an employer and you want to work with us, I'm only new in post and it's going to take me time to find my feet. I've been in post for about 3 weeks now. But
you get inundated now with emails and phone calls.
Bring it on. I want to work with employers. So if you want to work with us, if you want to help be part of that journey, then get in touch with me at Solent.
That's absolutely brilliant. Matt, thank you so much. Pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. And we will have another interview with you for you very shortly, so don't go anywhere.